Hello, let's see where we are. It's day 20. We are smelting lots of concrete. I think we were waiting to gather more concrete so we could fill in our stuff over here, right? Like I think we've done the outer walls and we've done the inner walls, but we haven't done the middle walls. So once we get a bunch, we can do that. We've upgraded that. We need to finish bashing that down. We need to finish putting spikes over there. Alright, we have a plan of action for today. And don't remember what the status of our farm is, so let's take a look at that. Also, we're starving. That gives us 32 health back. We can eat that gumbo stew in a moment. We can starve a bit more. I think our farm was over here, right? Yeah. We just planted this, I think, at the end of yesterday. Sorry, it's been a few days. Okay. Let's see what we can do. Oh, and we can, as always, drink the red tea. We made a basic knife, that's right, because we accidentally scrapped our bone knife because I hit the wrong button. Whoopsies. I guess if, I should just grab the spikes. I don't know if we have any wood spikes. How much lumber do we got? We have a good chunk of lumber. Wood spikes trap. I don't know, let's make like 150 for now. It looks like what the key for the zombies jumping over the gaps is, by the way, is you being close enough for them to try to attack you. So as long as you don't stand right here, I don't think they can jump the gap. As long as you stand, like, literally not right at that spot. So that's helpful. What do we have going on the workbench? We have this cement working. We can grab this cement here just to get that working. We don't have bellows yet, or we don't have bellows or the, so that's got an hour left to go. We have nothing there. Alright, so that'll keep working, but we should have a bunch of spikes already of both kinds. We have a few leftover iron bars, though we don't need that right now. Food-wise, I think we have been planting a bunch of blueberries, right? And we can now make blueberry pie. And then we have the cornmeal and 13 eggs. We'll be able to make 13 blueberries pies with those eggs. Is there anything else we should be making with the eggs besides that? I don't know how good this pumpkin or whatever is. The boiled egg is obviously not great, and the bacon and eggs only gives like 8, no more like, probably like, what is it? So I think grilled meat, the thing gives 10 health or 10 food. Bacon and egg gives 36. That means each egg is worth 13 for bacon and eggs, or 18 when you can counter it against the meat. But for blueberry pie, assuming you have enough of everything else, each egg is worth, 45. So that's way better. Cornmeal, animal fat. We got 47 animal fat. I think I was considering putting a point or two into the huntsman as well to harvest more fat from stuff, since I already have some points in con. Okay, so we have some things here, different spikes. I guess the question is, do we keep expanding out the spike area? Probably. I mean, it's more XP, of course, to fill in, so let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to keep an eye out for those fighters, by which I mean the dogs. And there's some honey. We only have 8 concrete, which is fine, because we don't need to upgrade the ground to be that. And then hopefully we get this all set in order today, so that tomorrow we can go out and try to loot some more stuff. Our armor right now is at about 30%. I think we have quality 1 armor for most slots, coupled with those which are better. Oh, that's 2 up there. So, we've not found any like armor plating mod yet. We may find that later. And we find like, maybe we'll go, the light armor crafting requires agility, right? So I don't know, so the strength armor has 6 base mobility decrease, which means you move 30% slower. The heavy armor perks reduce that down to 4.5% each, which still means that you're looking at 22.5% reduction. But it looks like armor fittings might be able to reduce it down to more like 10 to 15%, and that might be manageable, reasonable. That's right, I already expanded this out 1, but I don't think that's really the issue. It's going to be... Yeah. We do need some forged iron to repair these spikes. That's slightly closer than I would have liked there. We needed our forged iron. Do we have any made already? No. We do have 27 there. Let's output some more forged iron, shall we? We could output a lot. We'll use quite a bit, so let's just get that rolling. And then, are there any more spikes? No, there's another 7 spikes. Cool. We have 90 cobblestone, which is enough for another layer out at least. Do we have more cobblestone available? Let's check. Yeah. Okay, that should be more than enough now. Here we have our first winner for the day. Oh, we have like so much red tea, it's kind of hilarious. Okay. So at a minimum, so it basically takes up to 3 forged iron to repair basically, which is fine. So we had already put some out there. Last time the spikes were able to take care of most things without intervention on our part, which of course was part of the goal, given the limited nature of ammo in this game. We are out of forged iron. We don't need that much more, so it actually might have output already. Let's see how we're looking. $25 should be plenty. And we can just... Yeah, we're up to 6 honey. Okay, so any infection we get is not going to be a problem. That's nearly everything. I think that's pretty much everything now, okay. So time to lay more iron spikes out. Looks like a lot of the spikes over here didn't even get touched. I mean, on the flip side, that means we don't have to replace them, right? So it's not like that's the end of the world. Gotta be careful near these, make sure I don't, like, extend 1 millimeter onto the spikes and then die instantly. That would be awkward. Alright, well, we have the forged iron. We can just upgrade these, therefore. If we run out of forged iron, then we smash them down instead. Like that, we're out of forged iron. Ironically, that's still giving us some XP for just bashing that down, so not the end of the world. Should just prepare that. I think we have like a tempered blade for that, right? Yeah, tempered blade wood splitter. Okay, it looks like we're going to be able to go another layer out. And I'm just destroying this because we can replace them. This way it makes the area a bit safer to walk at. So don't, you know, destroy ourselves like we almost did there. This is the other advantage of the stone axe, by the way. It's able to take these down a lot faster than, like, the iron fire axe can. Okay, we're down over 70 health. I think we can go ahead and eat the hobo stew now. Should drink more red tea. Red tea is going to be like the cornbread meme that we used to have. It's just all red tea all the time. We just used to have, I think cornbread used to stack up to like 50. So you just take a giant stack of cornbread with you and you just munch in that everywhere. It was like, because it was the cheapest renewable food. It wasn't efficient per amount eaten. But it's like, sure, meat stew's better, but that relies upon meat. This allows you to just gain infinite wellness, you know, with corn, just by farming corn. Okay. So we're going to need, we had nearly enough for that. Let's add another 2 layers out. We can slap down wood spikes there once we finish this. There was no supply drop today. I think we must have gotten one yesterday, right? Sorry, it's been a few days and I'm still trying to put everything back together here. The worst part is I have another game going with a friend that's only a few days behind this one, which started off ahead, but then our schedules didn't sync up since we were playing that recently. So, they're both difficulty 5 games. That one is using traders and stuff though, so this is the solo challenge without things like traders. And that game on night 14 we were getting cops. I guess because the second player is enough to push the game score up, which means I should probably be expecting cops day 21 here. Which, to be fair, is the day you normally start getting cops anyway, right? And at least back in like Alpha 13. It's like day 21 is cops, day 35 is ferals. The whites, I think, is maybe then all called or something. So in 2 days, we'll have a decision about how much, and this may depend upon how many blueberry seeds we get back, because we'll have to start making a decision of how much to use the blueberries for food, or if we just keep replanting them. And I don't really want to empty, like, nearly all of my ammo trying to take down the zombie bear. I do have 3 points into machine gunner, right? And with the fortitude perks, I'm dealing a very substantial headshot bonus. As much as I prefer, like, sniping on a lot of other games, without the headshot damage, like, I think in an earlier video here I talked about how, like, the Magnum did more base damage, but the sniper rifle had a huge headshot multiplier. That no longer exists, as far as I can tell. So, and then even if the Magnum takes, even if the Magnum does like twice as much per shot of the AK-47, sometimes being able to go like full auto when dealing with dogs, probably worth it. Again, especially in difficulty 5, you really have to plan for the oh shit situations, not the normal situations. In normal situations, I can just use my clubs to deal with zombies. Like, I'm sure, and like, even if we find the ferals and stuff, that's one of the whole reasons for the club, because it's like, you can do a power attack and it should knock him down, or 90% chance, I think. Though again, the knock back down is the part that confuses me, because I mean, they only get knocked back down once they've been knocked. That's a pack of dogs. Okay, well this worked out well for us. Yeah, there's just 5 dogs here. There's only 2 left. I know there's one more dog in here. Where did it go? Well, that was fortunate for us that we had moved by the time it came to just eat our flesh and blood, I guess. Dealing with dogs like that ain't so bad. Dealing with the entire pack. Running at you, that's the part. I don't know. Well, we got a pack of 5 dogs, so it looks like our earlier guess was correct. There is no more dog day specifically. I don't think there's any way to, I think the only way to skin that would be to destroy some of the iron spikes. Which I don't know if that's worth doing. Or maybe so. That dog's still over there? It is, okay. So yeah, it looks like dog day's not a thing, but you can just randomly have these dogs, a pack of dogs spawn on you as early as day 5. It's like, that is not remotely equivalent to, you know, a normal pack of zombies. You know, that's the frustrating thing. We did not have an iron breaker, but we did have a bunker buster mod, that was it. So an iron breaker mod would be a huge help here. Not have the forged iron to repair it. Unfortunately, we can fix that. But yeah, so that was just sheer luck again that stopped us from having those dogs right on top of our head. And instead, we're a little bit off to the side there. Because maybe they spawned while we were moving or something else, I don't know. Or didn't want to run across the spikes. Could be any number of things. But dealing with a pack of dogs, 5 dogs just suddenly being there, it's apparently a thing we need to worry about. But we just spent a few arrows, which we have a lot of feathers for. A few arrows and some clubs and lost some iron, which I'm pretty sure we have like 30,000 iron up or something downstairs, right? I forget, but I know we mined a lot. Alright, so hopefully we'll be able to get this finished off here pretty soon. And then you can place down wood frames to walk safely across the spikes, as you saw there. It won't let you skin easily with them, but it'll let you do other things, like repair, place the spikes. Part of me wants just to demolish all of those mines over there around that house and tear that structure down bit by bit. Just something I might do. Nearly done with our circuit here. We gathered close to another 6,000 clay. Yeah, we're doing fine on our health is still going up, our food's down like 25% or whatever, that's fine. Then tomorrow morning we can finish putting up more of the iron spikes. We can go back and start the other workbench, crafting them as well. And then we should be able to use the rest of the day to go loot another structure or two. Again, these are to make it easy to place spikes. And the trade-off, of course, is the whole wood spikes, just, you know, plentiful wood spikes versus this. We're also going to start dealing with the whole, you can't jump out past the spike safely anymore here in a moment. I'm sure we'll need to move from more passive defense to more active defense as time goes on. That's why we have things like the AK to try to shoot down cops when they get low on health instead, so they don't explode. Because I'm sure if they explode, they take out a whole bunch of spikes as well. Makes me wonder what late game wandering hordes are going to be like as the game stage improves. Are we going to start seeing like multiple feral zombies just running at us? How much is the game going to change? Because it used to be that there were no such things as running zombies during the day period. You didn't have these ferals things. Like you could find the whites, which used to be called the ferals. And they were like super tough, but dropped magnum parts. Like they were what you wanted to farm basically to get magnum pieces. And so once they started arriving, you knew you could actually get magnum parts. But that was a long time ago. Just a lovely zombie day. And again, this stuff being cobblestone versus concrete doesn't really matter too much out here. I mean, it'll be hit with some shots from us, but otherwise, except for cops exploding, shouldn't get hit by much. And if they do get destroyed, well, we just replace it. I'm not really concerned. The part of the question is there a certain point at which we should just place in wood spikes instead of the iron spikes? The answer to this used to be always just wood spikes, because they were cheap and very effective. They were a different kind. There were these, how to phrase it? There were these log spikes, which were wood and could be upgraded to metal than steel. So maybe you would put some very close to the base, but the wood spikes were a lot more dangerous. They killed faster, they were a lot less durable, but they were so cheap that just spamming them out like 8 layers or whatever was just very effective. Now the iron spikes are cheap enough to craft. More time consuming, but cheap enough to craft. That we may just do that. I'm going to go ahead and Get some more Master Chef here. And then one more point we get to use 20% less of an ingredient, of a recipe's ingredients, which will shave off some meat and blueberry requirements mainly, I think. If it only requires 1 or 2, then I don't know if that's going to round the 2 down to 1. I don't know if it's rounding or truncating or rounding up or what. Or not rounding up. Well, rounding up would be sealing. Is that the right verb? Because you can floor it when you just cut it down, which also, I guess, applies to truncating. A lot of mathematical terms thrown around here. So we'll have this in order. We'll have probably 6 layers of iron spikes. Last time we had 2 layers of iron spikes, plus 2 layers of wood spikes. We'll see how this goes. Although if we're outputting this much, iron, well, the bellows would definitely be helpful. Or eventually, maybe we set one of the other forges to work on iron as well. But as you saw, we didn't get even close to outputting all of the iron. We have enough. It's like, are we going to run out of resources? No, it does not look like it. And upgrading a block, once we have the spikes on it, is nearly impossible. So in terms of XP, we won't be able to upgrade this, but again, that's okay. We have plenty of blocks in the base to upgrade, or worst case, if you really want XP and you have the resources to burn, you can just go out in the middle of nowhere and just plop down wood frames, right? Still a little nerve-wracking knowing there's that 5 packs of dogs there. And again, we're ready to try to deal with the dogs. We got an AK ready to rock. We moved that to our primary weapon slot at this point. Club and AK are kind of our goals right now. Eventually we may get a shotgun. And again, just a reminder, the hunting rifle does 52, the AK does 38. Okay, so that 38 is also increased by 30% though, so that's another like 8.4, right? Sorry, 3.8 times 3 would be 11.4. So that is very close to as much damage. I think it even has better range. 50 versus 64, yeah. So the AK does less than like 10% less damage per shot due to the weapon perks, and has better range, and has, a much bigger magazine. And can full auto if needed. Okay, we finally started getting the starving message. We got the starving message even though we're at 3 food. I don't know how well those spikes, plopping the spikes down like that, I don't know how well those really did. Okay, we got all of that. As a reminder, we wound up disabling the loot respawning. Otherwise, I'm just going to go. I know that I'm just going to go back every single week and loot like the spots that I know already have the best loot. And I want to force myself to go out, explore the world, explore new houses, not just farm the best spots, you know, on a schedule, which is exactly what I would do. Because that would be optimal. So we were forcing ourselves to do something non-optimal by changing the rules. And it would be it would be much harder to do this if we didn't have that option. In part because we'd have to try to keep track of what we had and hadn't looted and make sure we didn't go back there. Even if we were managing to avoid the temptation, keeping track of what we had and hadn't looted and stuff respawning in the wilderness or whatever would be potentially tricky as well. Okay, that should make it easier to place down spikes. So we have 2 rows of iron. 2 rows of iron, one row of wood out there. Okay. Still outputting a bunch of stuff there, that's fine. Spike-wise, I think we're fine. It'll take 46 minutes there, 28 minutes here. Have a bunch of spikes that we can lay down. Rinse materials. Put these spikes back. Put the cobblestone back. What are we doing here? Bunch of iron available. Okay. I don't know where we got the raw meat from. Did we get some of that from the dogs? Do they give a little bit of that? That's interesting if so. Charred meat. I don't think I'm really putting cobblestone and stuff over here. We got a whole bunch of stone, obviously. Rinsed materials. Food, we want more red tea, which we're doing great on. Can put these down here, we don't need them for now. I think we're pretty good to go here to go loot some stuff, right? How are we looking here? No, we're looking fine. No, obviously I'm trying to make what I can make here. See how we're looking here. This is done. That's also done. That's fine. It'll only take 18 minutes. Oh, I meant to put the sand back here. Alright, so we should definitely favor the other one a bit. Alright, let's go see what we can do out in the world before nightfall hits. We have about 10 minutes. Let's head up in that direction, shall we? Hit the north part of town, it's close. Iron, not super helpful. Can you even hit this with a wrench? Maybe. Oh, we're getting some pretty eerie music here. I'm gonna grab this for now, but I'm probably gonna get rid of some of it. Destroyed cement mixer, anything of interest. Oil shale. Okay. Toolbox, that's what I'm talking about. Lockpicks, it's not what I'm talking about. Looks like there's gotta be something in there, right? Destroyed generator bank, more iron. Rolling toolbox, nails. We don't care about that. Not really anything in here. Got some shotgun shells. And a whole bunch of paper there. Lost fragments, we may come back to harvest some of this later. We have to be careful about those power attacks when they don't kill them quickly. Then they'll start regenerating. Okay, we got some ski goggles. I think we already had those and we picked the loot bonus instead. Okay, if that's 1,000, then that's not any kind of special thing, yeah. But we did get a working stiffs tool crate here, right? Steel tool parts. Anything interesting there? 4 paper. Something. Alright, we still got room to loot and stuff. Yeah, that gives 10 food and some health back. Guess once it's to us to go in the ceiling. I understand what you want me to do, and I will do what I want to do. Too cool, not worth it. Dinner time. Come on out, zombies. Cop. Must be a spider zombie in there, yeah. Anything else in here? It looks like we might have mostly cleared this. That's the loot room at the end, okay. Let's keep our ears open. Got next 6 minutes to loot this and get back to base. We did not find any bottles of acid, sadly. Shotgun Messiah, sealed shipping crate. Seven paper, wooden crate untouched. Lucky looter, find more food and loot. Okay, shotgun parts, that's good. fragile. Has 2,000 hit points. Okay. So let's go ahead and eat this. That then also allows us to drink this. So we're starting to find cops in random houses. That's a thing we need to be aware of. A wood splitter mod. Can't really do much with it right now, but hey, we got shotgun parts and other stuff. We need to eventually use that to make like a quality 5 shotgun, right? So that part's good. Nightstand, a t-shirt, bookcase, corn seed, we don't care. I imagine we learned that with, that did not give us anything. Imagine we learned that with the whole electricity, but just in case that's unique, well, I guess I should have looked and I could have said, hey, is this an unlock thing or something else? Oh well. Scrap this. Well, that should like unlock everything, shouldn't it? Okay, right, that's the thing that they do. Get some brass. Say we don't care. Rotting flesh. Some normal water. Spoiled trash. Things can apparently have bottles of acid in them, and that's one of the things we're going to need, right? Coffee maker is coffee, hooray. Found some more food. Starting to get a little encumbered, so I'm going to just toss that. We don't care. Nails we can scrap. Some other stuff here we don't really need, but it's not slowing us down too much yet, so. Purse here. Some shotgun shells. Lovely. Again, we found a corn seed in a toilet, so I guess we should search them. Corn on the cob recipe, we know that. Then, oh, that's how we got down from up there, okay. So at this point, we can probably go over there. And explore this. And note to self, there are mines. And that's definitely, we're not going to mess around with the dogs moment. It's also kind of a good thing I was thinking that, because it turned out there were 2 dogs here. So did the dog set off the traps, or did I shoot the mine? I don't know. Probably the dog set it off. Yeah, see, like, I didn't think we got any meat from these, so how did we get that 10 meat? I don't even know. Oh, so we can toss out the lead. That's definitely a whatever type thing. All of that doesn't matter. Okay, I think that's everything we can do up here. Let's get back to base. Other building successfully looted. Marker territory. This is probably going to have gas in it. Might as well loot this here. See, that gives us, we could chop up those blocks more concrete or cobblestone, but that's really not our issue right now, so. Let's get back to safety here. See, I don't mind the dogs as long as you can see them coming and, or, you know, spot them in advance. You can try to like snipe them with a bow shot, especially if you're the ninja and have like the bow skills. You can probably one-shot dogs even on difficulty 5 at this point. Okay, got more forged iron. Let's craft one extra. Vehicles gets the gas. We have nearly 10,000 gas there. We have a lot of this. Are we going to need more nitrate powder or what? What does it cost for more farm blocks? What's our limiting factor? Still rotting flesh, okay. Coffee, that. Okay, yeah, once we eat this blueberry pie, we're out of current prepared food. Which means I think we'll probably start making grilled meat or something here. How are we doing over here? 30 minutes left. Less here. So those both have about 30 minutes to finish making their spikes. Repair kits, we have some of those. We probably don't need to repair quite yet, but we will soon. Food, we got beef rations. Anything else here for food? Empty water jars, medicine. We got blood bags, bandages. Things like ammunition materials, paper, brass, buckshot. Tools, if I ever try using lockpicks, will be going there. And some materials. Weapons. That's rifle parts done there. Now we got 2 shotgun parts. So here's the catch, right? We don't want a pipe shotgun. We could build a double-barreled shotgun. That requires 4 shotgun parts. It's not very good though, because there's only 2 barrels. I don't know if that's even worth making. Pump shotgun, now that's what we're talking about. That requires forged steel, however, which either we'll need to loot or get 10 int up to be able to craft. And it requires 5 shotgun parts now, but I think it'll require 15 to make a quality 5 one. So, we need to save up on those shotgun parts, and we want to make sure we only craft it once it's like worth doing. And an auto shotgun is... that's like your ultimate goal there. And that's going to require 18 shotgun parts and even more forged steel and everything. You have to find the pattern for that. So that's basically the goal here. That's what we're looking at. Okay, we have more oil shale there. I'm going to grab the stone. I'm about to make a whole bunch of it. Steel tools, same kind of problem. But we'll eventually be able to do that. And do we already have ski goggles over there? I think we do. It doesn't even say what they scrapped to. I don't know. We can hold on to it for now, but we're most likely just going to pitch it. We have 5 sewing kits and some other stuff. And I think in our mods box or something, we still have some books. Yeah, we have a pipe shotgun bundle. 3 book bundles, scrap armor. That sounds more interesting. Can the wood splitter mod go in anything else we have? Stone axe? No, we could put it here, but serrated blade We might as well, yeah. What does a power attack with a knife look like? No. Stabbing down. So I don't think we're going to need the wood splitter mod for anything, because if we take it out of the stone axe, we'll put it someplace else, but I will hold on to it for now. But it's probably just gonna go bye-bye. Alright, but food is something we will need to worry about. Alright, and we can check on the cement. I'll put some more there. And over here we have 971, and here we have... yeah, okay. It's a decent chunk. We set up this basement, and we are working down here. Alright, that's good. And once we have enough concrete, we can continue this. So probably best to go down to the very bottom and mine like iron and stuff there. I guess we still need stone, don't we? Let's get one more done here. And we are nearly to the point where we don't need concrete urgently. And even then, like, we shouldn't need it for this Horde night, I hope. This last Horde night wasn't too bad. How many shots did we use? Did we only use 3 shots there? Really? Okay. Not gonna complain, we are reloaded, right? Yeah. I guess we only used 3 shots on the dogs and they all exploded, and it's like, well, we can stop shooting now. Again, and if we ever really just want to mine stone, we can always mine stone outside too. But, I mean, this is fine. I mean, obviously we're way off from being able to 3-shot stone. I don't think that's going to be a thing that'll happen. Now with a steel pickaxe, maybe, but again, we are a long way from being able to make that, both in terms of the needed steel and in terms of the steel tool parts, which we just have to scavenge, which is a little frustrating, but I understand why they're doing that at least. Okay, let's... see if I'll exit there and exit there. That was so close. If only that tempered blade was usable here. I'm still getting some stone from this, even if it's not a ton. And obviously we're getting a lot of lead. We can get more if needed. Okay, Okay, so we'd had the doors over there. If we kept that on track, it would be right there, wouldn't it? So, let's bring it down. So close there. We are able to mine at a fast enough pace. Secure door. That's good. We need iron to upgrade that. Fortunately, I have an inkling where we might be able to find some iron. And we're outside the base firmly at this point, but still we have the support pillars there to help. I guess we should really have brought the hammer down, shouldn't we? Oh well. I really don't think this is going to collapse on us. As is. We've been pretty good about putting these support pillars up. We could make sure we support the inner or outer wall to stand on that and make sure it leads straight down to the ground. And of course, anything that already has an empty space above it, right, isn't getting supported anyway. So we're free to mine that without risking it causing problems. So yeah, we're nearly at the point where any concrete is just superfluous, used for XP or whatever, so the stone is not crucial. I mean, will we use more eventually? Sure, but we'll be building up a stockpile most likely. Item needs repairs. You served us well. You shall get repaired. Okay. So that's the interior wall right there, right. Here we are still inside part of that. But now, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Alright, so this ended abruptly there. So if we are going to mine, we want to go south or west. Should be in this direction, right? Like, we could make a tunnel that led south here. I guess west is on this side. So what winds up being more useful, I don't know. Maybe west over there and then like south. If we go south first, we could pop up near water, but we're close enough. I don't know if that really matters. Let's go west first. Technically, you can tunnel too high and go, but that's led to problems in the past, especially if you try to ride vehicles down there. So, I'll worry more later about mining more iron when we need it. Right now, concrete's the name of the game. We have plenty of iron, but stone is what we're running lower on because we're converting that at a prodigious rate. So we'd obviously be faster with the anvil or advanced bellows. Advanced bellows being the real slowdown here. The bottleneck. Let's eat the blueberry pie. We're down like 46 health. And we did find, I think we technically found like another 9 of the 762 ammo, right? Which means we were at a net 6 gain yesterday. Huzzah. Tunnels like this are things that take a while, but then eventually they might pay off. Or we'll find a vein of something down here as another option. Could be interesting. It used to be that you could actually, with a steel pickaxe maxed out, there was like a 2.5 second swing, but you could literally one-shot the stone. So every 2.5 seconds you'd break down a new block. Here it's about every 4 seconds, which isn't too bad. I mean, the other way was pretty good. This is still less, you're not losing over. The other way was less than twice as fast. So this takes longer, but it's something. We got a whole bunch of stone, we got more lead. It's getting to morning time, so let's head up. How are we doing on our spikes here? 47 spikes, 92 spikes. That will allow us, let's put those down and then see how we're looking. Over here, we're looking fine too. We're undoubtedly going to need more forged iron. We can output a lot, probably just settle for that. And then I'll see you on the other side.